Hey guys, Jason Schnitzer here with Remax Tiffany Real Estate, and what I've got for you today on this video is your Cypress Market Minute for week 29 of the 2022 real estate market. As always, I'd like to bring you the latest and the greatest of what's been going on here in Cypress in the last 7 days, and I like to start with our statistics. So we're up over 52 houses for sale in Cypress. I think we'd have to go back all the way to 2019 or so to actually have this many homes for sale at once. And as you'll see, week over week, we're starting to see more new houses come on the market than are going off. And if you've watched my videos, you know that's because interest rates have gone up. About 2.25% to 2.5%, depending on how much money you're borrowing, comparatively to when we started 2022 to now. And that, of course, has affected a lot of our buyers' affordability and how much they can qualify for based on how much income they have. So that in turn has triggered Economics 101, the supply and demand. Our demand has now started to simmer down, if you will, and therefore our supply is slowly creeping up. You know, there's a lot of people that are not adjusting their price with the softening in our market, and we call it an affordability soften. A lot of the main question I get right now is, hey, is there going to be a crash? And for that, a lot of people look back to 2007, 2008, and they think, oh man, that market was artificially inflated. Ours is too, to a degree, but the main difference is the qualifying of the buyers now versus 2008. You have to show your tax returns, your W-2s, your bank statements, etc. And skin in the game, probably even more so than qualifying. You could have bought 0% down with stated financing back in 2006, 2007, whereas now, it's the show me what you got financing, bringing all the documentation, and probably 95% of our sales in the last 2 years have all been 20% down or more. So again, combined with the fact that another statistic that I looked up was compared to 2007, 92% of people now that are in home ownership have a fixed mortgage rate. So they didn't have these adjustable rates with balloon payments, interest only, compared again back to that 2007 crash. So I think what we're seeing now is more of what I call an affordability bubble, where interest rates and prices were significantly affordable with the low interest rates, and therefore prices went up, with affordability being hurt by our rising interest rates. We're seeing the market kind of take back what it gave us earlier on this year with regards to pricing. And I think our market is going to ebb and flow with what interest rates do. The big thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is next Thursday, July 28th, and I'll do another video on this next week, hopefully when those numbers come out, is the second quarter GDP numbers are going to come out, and if they are what they're projected to be, we are going to technically be in a recession. Now that, depending on what news source you listen to, hasn't necessarily been talked about too much. And the other main factor with the R word would be unemployment. Our unemployment numbers are still really good right now. However, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about recession from our government and our administration. So if those numbers come out like they're supposed to, and there starts to be talk of some recession, we could see those big companies start to maybe potentially pull back on their reins, pull back on their spending, start doing layoffs, and then that last piece of the puzzle with a recession might come into play with when those unemployment numbers start to rise. So, not to scare you, but that's the reality of the economy that we're in right now. That being said, we are very much in every recession, there's economic opportunity, especially with regards to real estate. Historically speaking, especially if you're a stocks guy or lady, especially after the beginning of this year, how volatile those can be. Real estate, historically, traditionally, has been a very safe place and a strong long-term economic investment. So if you are curious or want to know more about what opportunities there are in the real estate market right now, or you had an idea of what you wanted to do with your real estate portfolio, but weren't sure maybe 2 weeks from now or 6 months from now what that might look like, then you should definitely take advantage of our free real estate consulting. And you can reach out to us via email, our social medias, or just give us a call, whatever modality is most comfortable for you. We like to sit down, put our heads together, listen to you guys as to what your needs are and your desires are, and help you navigate that best, because we think it's best to give you the most and best information possible about what's going on right now, so you can make the best decisions on what are oftentimes your most expensive assets, your real estate portfolio. So again, we're always here for you guys. Reach out, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week. Hey guys, thanks again for watching this week's episode of O.C Realtor Talk. If you gained any value from this video, we'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and followed us on all our social media platforms.
Yeah, what Jason I believe is really, really important for you, whether you're buying a house or selling a house, is understanding the process and knowing exactly what you're getting into. So if you ever have any questions, just follow the links below and we'll get you those answers.